Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Last time I made a video and I made it very clearly that Bobi Wine is not a politician. And most of you, when I said that kind of news, most of you are saying, "Oh, Mr. Michael, what are you trying to say? You know, for you are just against Bobi Wine." No. Right now you can see what has happened. Do you hear him anywhere on the global news or within the African news, within the East African regional news that is sounding? Because they have realized that tear gassing him, arresting him is what makes him popular. So the government said, "You know what? Let's see what he has in mind." And then they left him. Right now they're not even arresting, not even tear gassing him. So you see that they have just done something very small. It has completely wrapped its name off from the political atmosphere of Uganda. Now, when I tell people that a good leader always need to think faster and move step ahead, you see, that's why I told people that I would be the only challenger of the President Museveni if I was given chance in this election. Unfortunately, I was not given chance. You get the point? The little commissioner dropped all of us out. They made it hard for us to look for signature. How can you ask for 98 district? That wasn't the case before. You get the point? So the challenge we are having in this country, I will tell people, it's not about individuals that most of us look at that is President Museveni. What we need to focus on is bigger than all of us. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. We need to look at what is holding Uganda in one position. And what is holding us in one position is one thing we call the Constitution. Now, first of all, as I said sometimes, we need to give credit where it needs to be. Yes, President Museveni, when he came into power in 1986, whatever he has done, he built a foundation. Where to build a foundation, always there's a cost. And in the process of building the foundation, life has been lost. We don't refuse that. But the question is, what have we learned from all this process as the people of this great nation, Uganda? We need to remain in the political geographic of Africa and East Africa. By saying that, can we reform certain things that need to be reforms, and we, Uganda, we move forward. We continue with the life. When I'm talking about reform, I'm talking about the constitutional reforms. Get the point? And I'm talking over us removing much of the power that has been given to the president and let it be to the different individuals and different arms of government. Right now, the parliament is under the executive, monitored by the president. The judiciary is under the executive, monitored by the president. We're talking of the human rights abuse. You can't talk about the human rights abuse when the human rights institution itself is handled and monitored by the president. You get the point? So these are loopholes, and you find the lawyers in our country, the chief justice, they go to school and they're studying laws and they've been given the practice laws, and they can't fail to see where the problem is. Now, I am asking the people of Uganda, you see, we will talk and talk and talk and talk, but we need a constitutional reform. That is the biggest thing the country is missing. If we have the constitutional reform, we will have the right of the people being restored back in the constitutions, and Uganda will have the best day of our life ever. You get the point, everybody? Now, the other thing is that I feel like the opposition in Uganda has completely failed to see that it's a problem, and how we can move forward is that the current government has built its own national army. That's how they claim their own national army, the party army. But in actual sense, this UPDF is given the ideologies and the mindset of the party, or the ruling parties that they have. Because that's why they say the police is mine, the army is mine. Well, most of the time you hear President Museveni say that the police is mine, the army is mine. So the question is, do we still need to keep listening that kind of statement, or we need to begin speaking to these great men and tell them, you know what, yes, maybe the party that has really built you and given you that kind of opportunity, but right now is a time for us to put one step forward. Can we make the army that believe in the national of our nation, the army that believe in protecting our territories and the people within it? Can we have the police that does not think of a party mindset, but a police who believe in keeping laws and order, that no any other party or any other politician can give them an order that is against the citizens or against the laws and order? Now, that is where we are going wrong. And most of you politicians who call yourself the leader of opposition, or the oppositions who are somehow prominent than all of us, yes, you're there, but you're also just eating money and sitting quietly, and you can't think that something is wrong. And I urge to all my fellow Ugandans, the people who understand the powers of freedoms, that you want to be free, we need to come together and say, no, what, enough is enough. Can we build a nation that we all deserve? Thank you guys so much. Of course, I will keep talking about the reform in our country, and I will be still speaking about the constitutional reform and the change of mindset of our military system and our Ugandan police. Those are the three main areas if we work on. So, and the freedom of the independent institutions, if we can have them clearly and put down. Once we do that, Uganda will be free, and our political geographic will be completely different. And that is the only way to go. If we can't advocate for that, we can't speak for that, and then I don't think we have any space or anywhere to go. And that is a challenge to Norbert Mao. You need to think faster, because something needs to change for Uganda to move forward. For God and my country, see you guys next time in my next video. God bless, and thank you so much.